Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. The clock struck October. Clocks don't do that. Don't care. But the point is, it's October, you know what that means. It's the spooky season of ghouls and frights and other terrifying things. And of course, to celebrate, because you must celebrate, especially since the Rona. I thought I'd introduce a new series to commemorate the Halloween season of the Creepypasta Story Hour, where I take various scary tales from across the entire web and I deliver them with my infectious voice straight into you. So just prepare to sit back for a month of spooks and frights and other related scary things. Little groundwork rule, okay? To make my videos truly terrifying, I've implemented a couple new rules. 1. All videos will have a 5% reduced opacity, so they will be ever so slightly dark to add to the terror. Step 2, no more jokes, okay? You hear that last one? That's it. And 3, we'll play Five Nights at Freddy's or something. Oh, without further ado, I bring you the tale of Nostalgia Critic's Lost Review. The other day, I was on that guy with the glasses, home of the Nostalgia Critic, and other people on Channel Awesome, if many of you aren't familiar. And I gotta say, I am a Nostalgia Critic fan, much like everyone else, as well as a Channel Awesome fan. Every time I'd go on that site, I'd watch a certain Nostalgia Critic review. In fact, I watched his top 11 list of dumbest Lord of the Rings moments, which I love, even though it wasn't perfect. Still, it was memorable. But I found something morbid about Doug Walker, or, if you're curious, the Nostalgia Critic. I was ready to type a comment on this site under my name, which I won't give away since it's a personal username. I bet this fucking dumbass wrote his username in the story because he's dumb and stupid and anyways. But I found a comment under it that's an unknown user, and provided the YouTube account link, that being Nostalgia Critic. It's basically the old account of Doug's YouTube account, but instead of with an L, it had an I. I clicked on it, out of curiosity, and had a channel that looked like that guy with the glasses, which was promising enough. But then there was a review that said, Nostalgia Critic Bonnie's Great Adventure. Do you remember that movie? Neither does anyone else. But that's a different story for a different day. I saw the view count and had 0 views. I laughed as I thought to myself, did Doug Walker lose popularity with this video? So I clicked on the video. I wished I didn't, though. Begin the story with no usual theme song, which is for the 2013 and present episodes. In case of anyone who does not know, I have a clip of it here. Not even his opening catchphrase, "Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic, I remember it so you don't have to," was actually the Nostalgia Critic crying. He was not acting sad. He was not doing a campy sad face. He was extremely sad. As he was sad, tears falling from his eyes. It wasn't an effect or an act. He was really crying. It goes on for a fraction of a minute, which could basically mean fucking anything. There's a lot of fractions. You dumb piece of shit. He then said, "You stupid motherfuckers, you want a review of a shitty film? You get a review of a shitty film!" And like he was saying it to us, the fans, looking at the camera. I was really shocked to hear the Nostalgia Critic say something like that, let alone as Doug himself. So he pulled a copy of Bonnie's Great Adventure. We see him put it on the DVD player, which takes 2 minutes. I had a stopwatch with me. It was actually, okay, this is a YouTube video. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Then the movie plays, and the screen went black. It cuts to a blinking picture of a demonic puppet with no mouth. But instead, blood. It was actually a Nostalgia Critic puppet, which looked so scary. It then goes back to the review. Wow, I myself said, this is fucked up. How can the Nostalgia Critic show something like this to us, the audience? The view was what I actually assume. The view was actually what I assume. Him crying. Could have sworn it sounded like it's something like how Linkara reviews the Power Rangers, or how Angry Joe watched The Last Airbender, or even how the Cinema Snob, who was doing the famous Power Rangers, ran that Linkara character, or even how the Cinema Snob was mad at Turkish E.T., but no, it really was the Nostalgia Critic crying. And again, he isn't acting. How would I know this? I don't know. I just felt like it. He's really crying to tears. It's no wonder he despised this movie in his own honesty, even more than the Garbage Pail Kids. You know, his real opinion is going to the Nostalgia Critic reviews now. That fool's blended the character into his own being. Then the movie was turned off with his remote, and a screen flashed, which I actually took a look and screen capped it. It was a picture of this. It says screen cap it. I'm probably gonna end up fixing the grammar of a lot of these fucking stories because they're not quite right. Now, this one is fine. It was a picture of the Nostalgia Critic cutting his arm open. Then the camera points to the Nostalgia Critic, and the camera follows him as he kills his friend or coworker with his soul. No! Tamara! Black lady! They wouldn't even be in at this point! He was crying in agony and not acting. Once again, he really was hysterics, like he wanted him to go to the insane asylum. He kills them by getting a real gun and not the prop gun he usually uses, and shooting them in their heads. I was really terrified to see Doug Walker, or when he plays the Nostalgia Critic, do something like shooting people in the head. He's never done that before. Never ever. Seriously, I was shocked up to the point where I almost stopped the video. He then grabbed the baseball bat, and it was a real baseball bat. He first went to the Nostalgia Chick and killed her with the baseball bat, then Linkara, then Angry Joe, then Paul, then Filmbrain, then the Cinema Snob, then Blockbuster Buster, the Marza Girl, and every other person on Channel Awesome. And the scene wasn't edited. It was like an episode of Cops, and it was mess, blood, guts, and gore. Then the camera follows him back to his house and uses the same baseball bat to destroy every movie that has ever fucking existed. Ever. Even the lost ones from the 1920s. He didn't care which. He destroyed even the good movies, even on DVD, like Brazil, or The Wizard of Oz, or The Dark Knight, or The Secret of Nim, or even Citizen Kane. Every single one of them. Destroy the nostalgic shows he reviews. Didn't matter to him which one. Good ones like DuckTales, Tom and Jerry, Ren and Stimpy, The Simpsons, Animaniacs, Looney Tunes, Transformers. Every single one of the shows. He yells, I never want to see you fucking movies and shows again ever, you stupid bastards! You motherfuckers! You little piece of shit! Hope you fucking burn in hell! It is all this was because of how much he hated Bonnie's Great Adventure, and why people wanted him to review it. Then, the Nostalgia Critic pulls a real gun that he used in this review and pointed the gun straight to his mouth. He then whispered, "Fuck the world," and he shot himself, and the camera shows him on the ground. There was blood all over. It wasn't effects like Doug uses. I don't think he's ever used a blood effect before. It was real blood. As the video ended, I was really scared that he would do something like this after all the success he had. I had to leave the YouTube channel. I smacked my keyboard, I flew my mouse out, my live mouse, I threw it out a window, and I turned the monitor off on my computer. And that's when I took a long walk outside. After my walk, I checked out the channel again. It was suspended. And it was something not because of copyright infringement, no, but really something else. Maybe it was because he apparently committed live murder on video that would probably be, against YouTube's terms of service. I mean, I could try it. I calmed myself down by seeing a real Nostalgia Critic video. And yes, it was, once again, the top 10 dumbest Lord of the Rings moments. And I felt better. Cannot believe how much I was frightened and traumatized by his review of Bonnie's Great Adventure. Now I know why he doesn't want to review it, and he never will. So that was the end of our tale today, of one man's insane journey. And by that, I mean, okay, I was just gonna make a joke, but, it's Halloween, dude. No jokes. Okay, you think anyone's put a horror and a comedy together? No. Stupid fucking idea. But I think I will cap this video off for now. But enjoy the extra spooky outro.
You